Hey y'all, hey y'all. I'm starting to come out of this month's health funk. Um, I'm walking better today, which is great. I mean, I'm still not where I was when I was walking blocks for Unite here, but I'm I'm at least not afraid that I'm going to fall with every step and grabbing everything around me. Oh, my legs have been really bad for the last few days, you guys. And then I started throwing up on Monday night all through the night. Like I was awake all night. And I'm also trying to take phone calls, talk about what's going on in politics with fellow activists. And it was just rough, you guys. It was really hard to get sleep. Um, but I was watching this whenever I was awake, right? Like, because I started after I stopped going through this vomiting cycle yesterday morning. I started sleeping a lot. I was sleeping, and I was trying to make sure that I ate some things so that I wasn't um, missing on nutrients and fluids that I needed to sustain life, right? So I did catch a bit of what happened yesterday, and I'll cover just a little bit of it. Tommy C had a big win, and crushed. He crushed Billy the Fridge yesterday, and I have some thoughts on this. And he also preserved his co-host, Batgirl, because I love that she went with Goral. Because they were trying to move her to a different show. Rostov was. Anyway. But anyway, let's go.
You! The talent is here. The opinions are there. Welcome to another episode of Cafe, the hottest show in the LCU. Making the most waves.
Well, I certainly gave you a follow after this. Pretty much all the shows that had failed my interest, I unfollowed, and they're now showing up in that other stream that like the main stream that you get, rather than the follow stream. Right, so there's two different areas. I can't remember what they're called right now, but like, I'm still working through some things. I'm coming out of the health funk, okay?
It's just too hot. It's just too hot. Hey, you want to watch a funny video with me?
A funny video?
Yeah,
what funny video are we watching
Let's
today?
watch a funny video. Let's watch a funny video. Come on.
Okay.
You're getting fun-guyed by an obsessive person. A person that has an actual personality disorder and replies on every video and every stream.
I know.
Like he's mentally unwell. And you're giving him airtime.
Oh.
Wow, I mean, they are reading my comments, they're watching my streams. I've seen people spam them with things that I've said. Like talentless hack. I've seen that spammed after Rostov in various shows. And hey guys, I appreciate the kudos. Let's go.
At the expense of all of our other fans. All of our other fans are here to have fun.
That's true.
And this mouth-breathing, obsessive loser is clogging up the chat with dumbass same think.
Well,
It's actually like counterproductive to a healthy conversation.
Well, they took him out, so
W's
In
in
the
the chat
LCU,
for all
of
the
course.
other cool people that are here hanging out.
Okay. Right.
Don't spam, you obsessive
The
loser.
spam is annoying. The spam is annoying. But, like, I appreciate people that are passionate about what they like, but just do it respectfully, you know?
Well, no, there's a difference.
Oh, you're gonna play teacher now? Do it respectfully. I'm sure that the fellow that you turned over Aussie to originally, that was Shockmouths. Yeah, I'm sure he felt like he was completely respected in that scenario, right? I'm sure that everybody who has been on the receiving end of Billy's bullshit, like having Xylie's leg auctioned off for donos, I'm sure that they all feel that the two of you are very respectful. Okay.
Difference between passion and obsessive personality disorder.
Smell like it looks. Looks. Lychee out here trying to flip the script, trying to paint Rastov like he's some kind of crip. But everybody know her whole vibes counterfeit. She only cry wolf when the views start to dip. She been scrolling for attention, chasing head.
I gotta give credit to Tommy C for the AI songs that he comes up with for Cafe. He's doing a great job there. I don't always agree with his language or his opinions, but overall, this was a big win for him.
Tags, drama in the pockets like she packing trash bags. Claims fall apart soon as anybody asks. Girl story got more holes than a broken gas mask. Does it smell like it looks?
Does it smell like it looks?
Your pussy got him shook. I ain't fit to blame it. I'm blaming lie, look. I ain't fit to blame it. Blaming lie, look. Smell like it looks. Yeah. I ain't fit to blame it. Blaming lie, look. Smell like it looks. Rastov chill, staying silent. He don't chase beef.
I am the petty champion of the LCU all time.
Yeah, that was good.
Who the fuck were they referring to that was spamming in their chat?
Some fucking guy that was defending me, according to the guy that put that together. I mean, I put the video together. But they sent it to me.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's like I think there's another clip we're gonna go over today. I think Scatty found it, and he's going on and on about it. He's not here to watch the shows. He's here to review the clips, which is exactly what we do. And what were they saying? Rastov and him were saying,
shitting on
yes,
that for
yes,
not being
yes,
as active in the fucking community.
Yeah, literally all of the shows do it. They're all just covering what the other shows have done and giving their own perspective of whether it was a win or a loss. And yeah, so it's a looping network at this point of that sort of content where they're just advertising the other shows, hoping that with their redirects at the end of the show that the viewer base will go to the next show. And a lot of times there's massive drop off, or they mess with each other and don't even give them the redirect, right?
4-hour network. How come you're not watching it all? So it's almost the same thing with you. Like, you don't add anything, then you don't add anything. When you do, you're an idiot, and and you're not good. Yeah, exactly. It's the same freaking game. Same thing was when I was on Baited, right? It's like you don't talk enough, and then when I talk, you didn't talk too much. It's the same fucking thing. It's just, and you know what? They do it on purpose, and they're actually conscious of it. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So he'll do that. He was literally just the other fucking day doing that, and he talks about healthy conversations. That's why this fucking place is starting to suck. Because he's trying to come off like this is some high-end shit. It's only supposed to be funny. Nobody gives a fuck about you, Billy. Nobody gives a fuck about me or Batgirl. Stop pretending like you're a good person and we're all good people just trying to make...
Yeah, and one of the things I pointed out is that he has long bragged about playing the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. which for anybody who's a local and has attended that club, which I have, the way it works is that the band itself has to sell tickets to get anything from it, really. And it's a place where talent scouts will hang out. And it sounds to me, based on his own testimony on his own shows, that he never got a record deal. So clearly, nerd rap wasn't great. And, you know, the other person that was into nerd rap was somebody that Yo Mama covered before he joined the LCU, who was coming after Foodie Beauty. And she was openly stated that she was an FBI operative looking into her. She openly stated that. He has the clip on that.
Laugh, you're trying to walk away with a bag like every other motherfucker here. You know what the difference between you is? You pretend not to be a fucking fucked up, selfish, money-grubbing YouTuber. I don't. I'm only here for the fucking laughs. And I'll take what's come. You're like, I'm a good person to women, even though what? You call did he call Zay a bitch or something like that? He wants it both ways. Zay's a bitch. I'm from Seattle. I got good for people. It's so fucking funny. Right. That's why this thing sucks.
Have a lot of problem
He's
with
a
women.
fucking hypocrite and a fat idiot. And people are saying, like, why do you bring this up? Why 8 years? Why something's fucking so petty? Well, first of all, I know who he is. Do you think that he changed in the last 8 years, or he had some moment, or he apologized?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why should we diminish our life experience and memories just because you want a fresh start? If you're acting the same way as you did 8 years ago, sorry, you have an established personality at this point.
No, he just got away with it. So he got a guy in a top position that's willing to screw somebody like that. Keep in mind, 2017, pretty bummed out. My future went from what to boom, you know? Nowadays, I look at it like, well, it was always going to happen because I know more about the internet. This motherfucker's consoling me. This motherfucker's telling me what a rat Keemstar was back in the day. This motherfucker goes to my friend. See, we got a competing podcast. We're going to go up called Catch 33, right? This motherfucker goes to my friend who has no connection. He's getting plucked out of obscurity like I am. This is his big break. And Billy, being a big wrestling fan, goes to him and says, oh, let's talk wrestling. That night, he threw him under the bus. That fucking night. That night. You don't console me. Like, he came in here yesterday. Dave forgave me. I didn't. I don't care. Yeah, I talked to Dave yesterday. He thought the whole thing was funny.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you. So, yeah, you waited all of this time. And from Billy's words, apparently you've been pretty nice to him ever since.
Yeah, kind of like he was to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is that when you already have an established knowledge of how a person has been in the past, you're going to keep your eyes open. You're going to be observing and waiting for the moment, right? And Tommy got the moment yesterday morning. I did not cover the shows yesterday because, like I said, I was coming out of a terrible funk, which seems to happen monthly now.
He tries to be like
I collabed with him. I collabed with him. I told him his fucking music was good. I did everything that he did to me. Because I'm petty. I am petty, and I will never... See, I gotta be honest with you. I have never in my life, and I am fucking all for fucking revenge, right? That's the one Catholic thing that never just... It didn't click, right? I'm all for it. I'm as petty as fuck. You know why?
Well, you know, we Catholics, we can just go to confession and communion. I'm sure he's just like, hey, I was mean to a coworker. Okay, you are forgiven. Say, 3 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers and go get your communion. You're fine. You're fine, Tommy.
I come from a long line of petty people because I remember my great grandmother. She's from World War I. She was alive when I was little. They asked her, "So what are you going to do for this New Year's resolution?" And she's like, "I'm going to think about all the people that wronged me last year." And like, Grandma, that's not what news. It's the rest is about proving yourself. No, I'm going to think that's me. That's my blood. I don't know if it comes from Ireland. I don't know if it comes from anywhere. That's how motherfucking petty I am. And petty I am. And I'm sick of fucking talking to that bitch. He comes in here, right? And filibusters his own show. Filibusters in the debate. Filibusters in here. And even when I concede, yes, you're right. I'm fucking an opportunist. I fucked you over. I was nice to you. I was nice to you for years just so I could wait to fucking push you in front of a bus. Yes, that's who I am. Even though I'm fucking admitting and conceding to all of his shit, he can't shut the fuck up. It's unbelievable. Yes, that's me, motherfucker. And the difference between you is me, I don't pretend. That's you too. And let me tell you something.
No, he's right. Tommy is absolutely right. Like, you cross a Catholic and, you know, whew. We think, we put some thought into how we're going to respond to things. And then we go to confession. And, you know, God bless me for I have sinned.
Trauma Channel. I got plenty of complaints from you over the years. You have screwed more than me. And you know what would be wonderful? If people feel comfortable enough to bring it up.
I would love to hear
I know I'm not the only one you've screwed up. Like, Billy's almost been doing this 20 fucking years.
Wow.
Oh, so he's getting good at it, or maybe losing his touch.
Well, he wants to come off like the good guy. I'm the good guy YouTuber. He's just like the rest of us. And he's actually not, I wouldn't even say the rest of us, because most of you LCU guys are like new guys, right?
And for those of you who don't watch these shows, Billy is super morbidly obese and has, I think, a pacemaker. So he has some heart conditions. So even when he went to fat camp, he wasn't able to participate in the workout challenges because it could have killed him, right?
Well, like, how many good guy YouTubers have come out to be like absolute pieces of shit?
Yeah, I know.
Especially like over the past couple of years with everybody getting exposed.
I always knew I was going to get, like, I thought it was going to be something like
2 years free from hair.
I always fantasized, it'd be like, oh, I could use some help here if he's in a very bad spot, right? Or maybe I'll do a story on him when let some girl accuse him and I don't stick up for him, or maybe I stick up for her. Something fucking right. But I never dreamed in a million fucking years. So when he did this stunt with you, I was like, I heard somebody say that, you know, oh, he really didn't do it for Batgirl. He did. Well, first of all, even if the screw job, if he didn't do the original screw job, the one on me 8 years ago, I still would have. Yeah, it'd be suicide if I didn't anyway. So even if I was a total sociopath, I would have backed up. It just got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I was like, oh, yes, great. I get to stick up for her. I get to fuck with Rastov. I get to make a big scene. And I get the revenge. And I get to bring up the fucking real talk shit, which I was leaning into. So I wake up the next day after we do our show, and I got a message from Keem. And he's like, you got Rastov on it. I'm like, oh, it's set.
Yeah.
It's set. Like, oh, that's when I knew I could do it. That's when I was like, this is the greatest revenge.
Yeah, he had Rastov on for the entire episode yesterday and got him to shake the fat under his arms for donos to the show. It was pretty hilarious. And Tommy C's laugh is pretty infectious. He jumps like a couple octaves when he's laughing.
I've ever had in my life. You don't console me, and I will remember it the rest of my fucking life.
At Sacktrop 1176 super chatted $23.17. Did it take you 8 years to push him in front of the bus because he's 800?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how petty I am. I would fake fucking make up with him, be cool with him, and do it again. I absolutely would. I'd do it again and again and again. I do it again. No, this time I'm serious, Billy. No, here you go. I do it again and again and again and again and again and again.
Take this as a lesson to not fuck with Tommy.
That's who I am.
He will never forget. He's like an elephant.
Not that. It's something about, I've never had somebody console me. I've never had somebody badmouth an enemy and run to him. Like, I've never had, not that obvious, I guess, because I was never like in a thing where there was a public displays of entertainment and stuff like that. I had people do that slowly over time and socially, but I never had it, and it's on a public stage. And I remember, and Matt Pitt knows this, and all the people, like, I was so careful of it.
The thing is too that a lot of these hosts talk about having girlfriends that it doesn't make sense, right? So, for example, Billy has come forth and said that he's being sexually harassed, despite the fact that he tried to pimp out sweet tea to King Cobra right before he passed away. I think he OD'd or something. And Rastov has always been talking about a girlfriend too. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of that, and it doesn't seem like you can work a job like this for as many hours as they do. Like, their lives are completely tied up in this network, in the Discord and everything else, that it doesn't logically make sense that you're paying any attention to a relationship in addition to doing that. Whereas people like Batgirl and Tommy C and Yo Mama and some of the other hosts, they're doing other things. And the expectation is that these people should be available at all times, right? And I've mentioned this before, that Keem keeps moving hosts around to different shows, which creates a scenario of, well, if I paid for a subscription to your Discord based on a certain host being on a certain show, and now you've moved that host, then I feel ripped off, right? So I'm not going to renew my subscription to that show. And recently I unsubscribed from Test as well, because they brought Grimm back, who was fired for being a Holocaust denier. He was talking about the positive things that Hitler did, and through advancing medicine, which is not true. That is an alt-right myth. That is not true. Yes, they were experimenting on humans, but that sort of medicine was also being researched in other countries. And, what they were doing was horrific all across the board. And I don't think he has ever apologized for that. And I left a comment on their show last night saying as such that Grimm needs to apologize for making that statement. I think he just had an open pass to come back, despite the fact that he was so egregious to the community by trying to be an edgelord, as they say. So I don't even know what to say about that.
Years that I really paid attention to when I badmouthed Billy. I really paid attention. It was only like Verst or Vault or Matt Pitt or just somebody, not even everybody. The guy you just met over, what's his name?
Oh yeah, I can't remember. I know
Xantas. I would only be, and I didn't even, and you know what? I didn't even throw too much of it because I didn't want them to remember it. All the time we're really, I hate that motherfucker. And I want everybody to know.
Sowing seeds, okay.
That's who's fucking running your shit. He's a fake guy. He's a fake friend. He's the opportunist. I did it to him. So I was just waiting for the time, waiting for the yes, I absolutely did what he accused me of. Abso-fucking-lutely. I did what he did to me. Now I've heard a couple of people in the chat say, yeah, but it's a beef we don't care about. I don't care. I got him. I don't give a shit if you don't care. How about that? I don't care.
Yeah, you care. You care.
You
about
know what he's willing to fucking do to get ahead. And if you don't know it now, I'm never going to be able to teach you. You know who he is now. You know he's the type of guy to put his arm around you and try to dust you off and then fucking kick you down when you're not looking. That's who he is. That shit didn't get straightened out. They just took the baited episode down. He made a half-ass apology to Dave that I wasn't even aware of, to be honest with you. Never to me, right? And he just kind of slinked away. In fact, if you remember, Dave, Boogie, I made I fucking roasted Boogie for the Anita Sarkeesian incident in the summer of 2017. He tried to come up in his chest banging. I made a mistake a couple days ago. I said that he came in the chat and I made him look really stupid over this particular beta thing. That's not true. It was a couple months later when he tried to fucking man up for Boogie, because I criticized Boogie for being a pussy, right? So Boogie probably told him something.
Well.
So yeah, right. This is before everybody knows, like 2017. That's when I made him look like an idiot. I think Dave was in that episode.
Yeah, I'm not a Boogie fan at all. Although, I'll give him kudos for losing weight. He has lost a lot of weight. He's still morbidly obese, but he definitely seems to be trying to improve himself. But I don't like the kind of comedy he tries to provide in destroying his house and stuff like that, and but at least he usually contains his humor to his own show. He'll go and vent on other shows, but he doesn't seem to be coming after the other hosts as much, but he does simp for some of the bad hosts, and that gets on my nerves
too. He came in all tough right there. I'm sitting there like, so and he's like, "You mother!" I'm just kidding. I can play that. I can play that one too.
Oh, I love this.
No,
There's
that's
so many things that I know and I'm not aware of.
Ask questions, because I would love to give you an answer.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'd love to hear about
Pick my brain. What do you say? Pick my brain.
Thank you, Thick Gemini.
Hey,
we just got a redirect from Thick Gemini. Thank you so much. I didn't even know that Thick Gemini.
Well, they have an A circuit and a B circuit now, so that's why they're getting redirects from shows that are ending like kind of near or after or in the middle of their shows. But I'm going to leave it here. I'll give you the link to the full episode. I think it was pretty good. Like I said, I think that some of the stuff that comes out of Billy's mouth about like having a girlfriend and he's got a lot of game, I think that's physically impossible based on his health situation, what he has disclosed on his own show and in the network, based on the fact that he could not even exercise. Like, they had him in the pool kind of doing some water exercises, but they had to be super careful with him because he does have a pacemaker. And so I don't know how he could possibly have any game. I don't get that at all. But I'm glad to see his comeuppance here, because he's been bullying the other hosts in the network since, I don't know, February at least. And a lot of the early interviews that he was doing were with just donors who were weird and boring. But if they donated to the show, they could get on as a guest. And I found it to be bizarre. And in regards to performing at the Whiskey, like I said, it's an amateur club. There are times when bands like Reverend Horton Heat has booked the club. I think Royal Crown Review booked the club. These are, mid-level within the rockabilly genre and swing bands that have booked the club, but it's for like a one-night show. I have never heard of anybody having a standing gig at the Whiskey, and that's what he claimed he was offered. But if he was offered that, how come he doesn't have a record label? Why is he producing everything himself? Because that's how my friends rolled. They were producing everything themselves because they were trying to be like a Depeche Mode type band. And yeah, one of the other bands was Cradle of Thorns. They were really good. I don't know that they ever got anything out of it either. But I saw a ton of bands there. There was also another goth band. Oh gosh, Negative Image, I think. I think they were from Riverside. They used to play there. There was other ones too. Something London, London After Midnight or something like that was another one. But it's a talent scout club. I've never known them to actually do standing gigs. Just my 2 cents. Anyway, also shout out to Nightmare for following my channel and getting into Rage Against the Machine. I know you were probably only about one. You're probably only like 1 year old when they did that event in front of the DNC, but I'm glad that the information I shared impacted you enough that you wanted to incorporate it into your show, because I shared that last week and it's not like anybody else has been sharing it as of late, right? All of the clips out there are about 25 years old, or, well, it's YouTube, so it's probably like 18 years old, right? That these things got loaded. Nothing's recent because it happened in 2000. But that's cute. You could be my younger son. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Keep up the good work. And but you gotta reel Grim in. He's not a great co-host. I don't see the value that he adds to the show. Anywho, I just want to get back into the groove of things because the last couple of days have been very painful for me. So I'm walking again very slowly. And I don't know why YouTube blocked my my commentary on their performance of Bad at Live Aid. I'm not sure why that got blocked. I have tried to appeal it, but I don't know. There's 9 views on it, so I'm guessing it's all their people that are looking at it. I have no idea. Happy hump day, you guys.